Top 25 Library Assistant Interview Questions and Answers. In this video, we will explore the top 25 interview questions commonly asked to library assistant candidates. Each question is designed to evaluate your skills, experience, and passion for working in a library setting. Alongside the questions, we will provide detailed answers to help you prepare effectively. Whether you are a seasoned professional or new to the field, these insights will enhance your confidence during the interview process. 1. Why are you interested in working as a library assistant? I have always been passionate about literature and knowledge sharing, which makes working as a library assistant an ideal fit for me. Engaging with patrons and helping them discover resources that enrich their lives is incredibly fulfilling. I appreciate the library's role as a community hub, promoting literacy and lifelong learning. Additionally, the opportunity to support various programs and events excites me, as I believe libraries play a crucial role in fostering a love for reading among all age groups. I am eager to contribute my skills to enhance the library experience for everyone. 2. What do you think are the most important qualities of a good library assistant? A good library assistant should possess strong communication skills, enabling them to assist patrons effectively. Attention to detail is crucial for ensuring accurate cataloging and shelving of materials. Patience is essential, especially when assisting diverse users, including children and those with special needs. A genuine passion for reading and knowledge helps in providing informed recommendations. Additionally, adaptability and teamwork are important, as library environments can be dynamic. Finally, strong organizational abilities aid in maintaining the library's resources efficiently. 3. Describe your previous experience working in a library or a similar environment. My experience includes working as a volunteer at the local community library for 2 years, where I assisted patrons with finding books and resources. I also handled checking in and out materials, organized shelves, and maintained an accurate cataloging system. Additionally, I worked part-time at a school library, which involved helping students with research projects and promoting reading programs. These roles honed my customer service skills and provided me with a solid understanding of library operations, fostering a passion for supporting the community through information access. 4. How do you handle repetitive tasks while maintaining accuracy? Maintaining focus during repetitive tasks requires a structured approach. I break down tasks into smaller segments, which makes them more manageable and allows me to monitor my progress effectively. Implementing checklists helps ensure I meet accuracy standards at each stage. Additionally, I take regular short breaks to recharge and maintain my concentration. Staying organized and using tools such as spreadsheets or library management software aids in error reduction. Consistent self-reflection on my performance helps identify areas for improvement, ensuring that I deliver high-quality results. 5. Tell me about a time you provided excellent customer service. During my time at a local bookstore, a mother came in searching for a specific children's book for her daughter's birthday. Unfortunately, we were out of stock. I took the initiative to offer alternatives by suggesting similar titles that I knew were popular. After discussing her daughter's interests, I helped her find a delightful book that sparked her excitement. I also offered to order the original title for future pickup. The mother left feeling satisfied, and I received a heartfelt thank you for going the extra mile, which reinforced my passion for providing excellent customer service. 6. Are you familiar with library classification systems, for example, Dewey Decimal, Library of Congress? Yes, I am familiar with library classification systems, including the Dewey Decimal System and the Library of Congress classification. The Dewey Decimal System organizes books into 10 main classes, making it easier for patrons to locate materials based on subject matter. The Library of Congress system, on the other hand, uses alphanumeric codes to categorize items more extensively, which is particularly useful in larger libraries. Understanding these classification systems is essential for assisting patrons effectively and ensuring that resources are arranged logically for easy access. 7. How would you assist a patron in locating a book or resource they need? To assist a patron in locating a book or resource, I would first approach them with a friendly demeanor and ask clarifying questions about what they are looking for. If they know the title or author, I would use the library's catalog to find the item's location. If they are unsure, I would suggest related subjects or genres. I would guide them to the appropriate section and, if necessary, provide additional help in navigating the shelves. My goal is to ensure the patron feels supported and leaves satisfied with the assistance provided. 8. What experience do you have with library management software, for example, Koha, Sierra, Alma? I have extensive experience using library management software, particularly Koha and Sierra. In my previous role, I was responsible for cataloging new acquisitions, managing circulation tasks, and generating reports to track usage statistics. I have also trained staff members on the functionalities of these systems, ensuring they felt comfortable navigating the software. My familiarity with these platforms allows me to efficiently assist patrons and maintain accurate records. I am always eager to learn new systems and adapt to enhance library operations. 9. How would you handle checking in, out books, renewals, and late returns? Handling the checking in and out of books requires attention to detail and excellent customer service skills. I would greet patrons warmly and assist them in scanning their library cards and books. For renewals, I would check the system for eligibility and process them promptly, informing the patron of any changes in due dates. In cases of late returns, I would explain the fines clearly, ensuring transparency, while offering solutions, like waiving fees for first-time offenders or discussing options for extending due dates. My goal would always be to maintain a positive experience for library users. 10. What steps would you take if a book is misplaced or missing? If a book is misplaced or missing, I would first conduct a thorough search of the library, checking the surrounding shelves, book returns, and common areas. I would then ask staff members if they have seen the book recently. If it remains unlocated, I would report it in the library's inventory system, marking it as missing. Next, I would communicate with patrons, encouraging them to assist by returning any found items. Additionally, I would remind patrons about the importance of returning materials on time and provide them with guidelines on how to report found items. 11. How would you assist a frustrated patron who can't find the resource they need? To assist a frustrated patron, I would first approach them with empathy and understanding. I would listen attentively to their concerns and ask specific questions to clarify what they are looking for. Once I have a clear idea of their needs, I would calmly guide them through the library's catalog system or offer to search for the resource together. If the item is unavailable, I would suggest similar materials or alternative resources. Keeping the patron engaged and informed throughout the process helps alleviate frustration and builds trust in the library's services. 12. How do you handle noisy or disruptive patrons in the library? To address noisy or disruptive patrons, I would first approach them calmly and politely, explaining that their behavior is affecting others' ability to enjoy the library. I would suggest a quieter area for them to move to, if applicable. If they do not respond positively, I would remind them of the library's policies regarding noise and behavior. In cases where the disruption continues, I would involve a supervisor or security personnel to ensure a respectful and peaceful environment for all patrons. My goal is to balance the needs of all library users while maintaining a welcoming atmosphere. 13. Describe how you would help a child or teen find an age-appropriate book. To assist a child or teen in finding an age-appropriate book, I would first engage them in conversation to understand their interests and reading level. Asking about their favorite subjects, genres, or characters can provide valuable insight. Based on their preferences, I would recommend a range of titles, showcasing books from different genres, ensuring they are suitable for their age. I would also highlight popular series or award-winning books to capture their interest. Finally, I would encourage them to explore the library's reading corner or display areas, creating an inviting atmosphere for discovery. 14. How would you promote library programs or events to patrons? To effectively promote library programs or events, I would utilize multiple channels to reach a diverse audience. This includes creating eye-catching flyers and posters displayed throughout the library, along with digital promotions on the library's website and social media platforms. Engaging with patrons directly during their visits, providing them with information about upcoming events, would also be beneficial. Collaborating with local schools and community organizations can expand outreach, ensuring that programs cater to various interests and demographics, thus enhancing community involvement and attendance. 15. What would you do if a patron asks for a recommendation but you're unfamiliar with their preferred genre? If I were unfamiliar with a patron's preferred genre, I would first express my willingness to help and ask them a few questions about their interests and previous books they enjoyed. This would give me insight into their preferences. I would then use library resources, such as genre lists, recommendations from staff, or online platforms, to find popular titles in that genre. If time allows, I would explore the library's catalog to find related authors or series. Ultimately, I would ensure the patron leaves with a selection that aligns with their tastes, making them feel valued and supported. 16. How do you prioritize tasks when the library is busy? When the library is busy, I prioritize tasks by assessing the immediate needs of patrons and the flow of activities. First, I focus on customer service, ensuring that patrons are attended to promptly, whether they need assistance at the checkout desk or help locating materials. Next, I prioritize tasks based on urgency, addressing late returns and inquiries before shelving or organizing tasks. I also communicate with team members to delegate responsibilities and ensure all areas are covered. This approach helps maintain efficiency and enhances the library experience for visitors. 17. Describe a time you had to handle multiple responsibilities at once. During my time working in a busy retail environment, I often had to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously. One particular day, the store was short-staffed, and I was responsible for assisting customers at the checkout while also managing inventory restocking. To stay organized, I prioritized customer needs, ensuring that transactions were quick and efficient. I communicated clearly with customers about wait times and asked a colleague to assist with restocking when possible. This experience taught me the importance of multitasking and effective communication in providing excellent service. 18. How would you organize and maintain a section of the library, for example, periodicals, reference books? To effectively organize and maintain a section of the library, I would first categorize materials by subject and format, ensuring consistency throughout. Implementing a labeling system would simplify locating items. Regular inventory checks would be essential for identifying missing items and ensuring all materials are correctly shelved. I would also create an appealing layout to encourage patron engagement, making sure signage is clear and informative. Additionally, staying updated on new arrivals and relevant resources would help keep the section current and useful for patrons. 19. What would you do if you noticed a mistake in the cataloging system? If I noticed a mistake in the cataloging system, I would first verify the error by cross-referencing the information with physical items or reliable sources. Once confirmed, I would promptly notify the appropriate staff member or supervisor to ensure the issue is addressed. I would then follow up to see that the correction has been made. Maintaining accurate records is crucial for library operations, so I would also suggest a review of the cataloging procedures to prevent similar mistakes in the future. Communication and attention to detail are key in this process. 20. How do you ensure accuracy when shelving books? Ensuring accuracy when shelving books involves several key practices. First, I pay close attention to the library's classification system, whether it's Dewey Decimal or Library of Congress, and familiarize myself with the layout of the library. I systematically check each book's call number before placing it on the shelf, ensuring it matches the designated area. Additionally, I often cross-reference with the library catalog to confirm that the book's details are correct. Regularly conducting shelf reading helps identify misplaced items and maintain organization, making it easier for patrons to find resources they need. 21. A patron insists they returned a book, but the system shows it as overdue. How would you handle this? In this situation, I would first remain calm and empathetic, acknowledging the patron's concern. I would check the system for any discrepancies and verify the due date. If the book is not marked as returned, I would ask the patron for details about when they returned it and if they have a receipt or any other proof. I would then investigate further, possibly checking the book drop and consulting colleagues. If the book cannot be found, I would explain the library's policy regarding lost items and discuss options for resolving the issue, ensuring the patron feels supported throughout the process. 22. A visitor is using a computer for inappropriate content. What would you do? If I encounter a visitor using a computer for inappropriate content, I would first approach them calmly and politely ask if they need assistance. If the behavior continues, I would inform them that the library has policies regarding acceptable use of computers and that their activity violates these guidelines. I would then ask them to cease the inappropriate behavior. If the situation does not improve or escalates, I would notify a supervisor or security personnel to handle the matter in accordance with library policies. Maintaining a safe and respectful environment is paramount. 23. A child is crying because they can't find their parent in the library. How do you respond? In this situation, I would approach the child calmly and kneel down to their eye level to offer reassurance. I would ask for their parent's name and describe what they look like, while gently explaining that I will help them find their parent. I would then guide the child to a safe, designated area, such as the front desk, where they can be easily monitored. Meanwhile, I would notify my colleagues to assist in locating the parent, ensuring that the child feels secure and comforted until their parent is found. 24. The library is short-staffed, and there's a long line at the checkout desk. How do you manage the situation? In this scenario, I would first acknowledge the patrons waiting in line, assuring them that their needs are important. I would prioritize tasks by quickly checking in books while assisting with checkouts, directing patrons to self-checkout stations if available. If possible, I would communicate with other staff members, asking for assistance or to extend their shifts if feasible. Maintaining a positive attitude and being efficient can help alleviate some of the stress for both patrons and staff. Keeping patrons informed about wait times also enhances their experience. 25. How would you handle a situation where a patron complains about a book's content being offensive? Addressing a patron's complaint about a book's content requires sensitivity and professionalism. First, I would listen attentively to their concerns, allowing them to express their feelings without interruption. Acknowledging their perspective is important, even if I may not personally agree. I would then explain the library's collection development policy, which promotes diverse viewpoints and freedom of expression. If the patron remains dissatisfied, I would offer to provide feedback to the library management for further consideration and suggest alternative materials that align with their preferences. In this video, we explored the top 25 library assistant interview questions and provided detailed answers to help you prepare effectively. Understanding these questions can boost your confidence and enhance your chances of landing the job. Remember, a well-prepared candidate stands out in any interview setting. If you found this content helpful, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights and tips. Your support helps us create more resources to assist you in your career journey. Thank you for watching.